Today was long. I woke up at 7 to get the bus, only for it to be full. Luckily, it was warm enough that I could drive my car. I haven't managed to get my winter tires on yet. But since I took my car, I took my boyfriend out to Big Walmart and bought a bunch of groceries and some kitchen stuff. I've also started buying Christmas presents for people. Mainly, I just bought chocolates, because it's really hard to give people things. I find it a lot easier to see something and say they probably like that than coerce what is valuable to you out of them. I really got my grandmother some more records because she really enjoyed the ones I gave her for her birthday. I found some other stores, so it'll probably be a lot cheaper to do this time. I don't feel much in the Christmassy mood yet. I have no clue why. I think it's just COVID affecting my understanding of crime. I really need to fix my sleep schedule a little better too. But I always just want to stay up that hour later. These days it's being used to work on this project, but I always snatch it somehow. Power was out for 11 hours today, which was terrible because I woke up freezing and couldn't even get warm. I didn't even have anything to brush my teeth, so I just used Listerine. Not going to chemistry was easier than I thought. I spent an hour reading my book and listening to some r/slash while borderline napping in Liam's room. It's so weirdly cozy in there. I was freezing, but I still felt cozy wrapped up in a single blanket. I think I'm going to give him a blanket for Christmas. I'm sure he would appreciate that, especially if the power ever goes out there. The college I attend is an hour's drive away from my house, and he lives in residence. I know I'll most likely be in residence next year, and I'm very excited. It's nice having my own space, but I think I'll appreciate the socializing and compactness of it. I've always wanted to live in a space that will force me outside. I think that'll be easier once I turn 19 as well, and there won't be so many locations I'm not allowed to be in on my own. Only 3 months left until I can legally become an alcoholic. I feel like I'm already burning out. I don't know whether today was simply inspiring. Maybe I didn't do enough, or maybe it was just chemistry burning a hole in my heart. I'm just exhausted. I just want to sleep next to Liam for the next 10 hours. And somehow wake up to him bringing me hot food and not having to worry about him lighting the kitchen on fire. Honestly, I think I can manage to sleep quite well on my own bed tonight. Or maybe I should sleep on the couch in front of the fireplace. I highly recommend that if you've never done it before. It's the definition of cozy. I think I'm just in the mood for some coziness. Maybe some hot chocolate and popcorn. I made popcorn for the first time since I moved a few days ago. I don't have a microwave, so I had to melt the butter in my steamer, which worked quite well. I burned some of the popcorn, but removed all the charred parts. It was delicious. I was so satisfied after eating it. I finished my book too, like I mentioned. I really need a third lamp, as my couch is nearly dark by 4 p.m., and there's no ceiling light close by to do anything to prevent it. I looked at the lamps, but they're all over $20. I'll probably just ask for one for Christmas. This one, if my own invention. This one of my own invention, but anything I'm going to use for the rest of my life is what I'm asking for Christmas. To start a Roomba, which is over everyone's price range, but I would love a Roomba. I also want a lamp, some more blankets, glass Tupperware, fuzzy socks, and that's probably all. I'm still noticing a dire need for. And I say dire, but really the only issue is I have 3 fuzzy pairs of socks. I wear a pair every day. My feet get cold by Wednesday, and I don't fix them until Sunday. I've heard good things about glass Tupperware, and I've been considering it mainly so I can use them to heat things in the oven, since I don't have a microwave. Blankets aren't super necessary, but amazing comfort. Imagine having a blanket both on the couch and on the bed. Perhaps even a spare one in the bathroom, in case I get cold waiting for the shower to heat up. A Roomba is simply required because it would save me so much time in sweeping and vacuuming. Imagine if you had a Roomba from the age 20. Maybe I'd even go around the residence and offer services for a few dollars. I don't own any carpets because I refuse to own a vacuum. One of the worst things to buy on the market. Even Dysons are horribly bulky and heavy looking. But the idea of having a knife-wielding robot search my floor for intruders is a flower in this field of weeds. I'm honestly enjoying the robot uprise. I know I can get an off-brand Roomba for cheap, but I'm worried about the quality of it. I'm pretty sure Roomba, the company, gives you a good amount of warranty on them as well, which will be quite useful when I accidentally feed him chocolate-covered grapes. Maybe I have to train Loomer to clean my floors. It would serve him right to do some housework. Then he can work off all the food I give him.